So in the next 10 minutes, we'll be doing a rapid dive into the power of deep observability. So let us start with a statement of the problem, all right? So your security tools is actually doing perfectly in your organization, right? As far as you know. You have invested in all these latest security and observability tools in order to help you secure and manage your hybrid cloud infrastructure, right? So you're protected, right? But the truth is that even the most latest and most advanced tool can actually lead you to exposure of risks. In fact, what we actually need is something that could give us the whole iceberg to eliminate blind spots. That is why we need deep observability. In fact, the sophistication of cyber threats resulted to a 20% increase between year 2023 to 2024. And 83% of the respondents believe that the cloud complexity is causing so much cyber risk. 41% of those said that AI-driven risks are creating new risks. Unfortunately, only 45% feel strongly prepared to that kind of cyber threat attacks. Above all, majority believe that their tools are not as effective as they should be. That is also the reason why we need deep observability in place. Like what I said earlier, we need to see the whole iceberg. We need to eliminate blind spots, reduce IT risks and complexity, and put out the fire even before it starts. But first, let us define what is deep observability pipeline. So by definition, observability is the ability to measure the internal states of a system by examining its output. When we say deep, as what our chief product officer would always say, there is always a huge difference between knowing and guessing, right? And when we say pipeline, there is a continuous flow of information through automation that can help teams collaborate effectively. Now, to give you a better picture of what deep observability is, let's put that in a real-world scenario. Let us see a glimpse of what happens in a network during an attack. But I would like you to see on the right hand of the screen the alerts that would come out comparing the tools that has deep observability and that one that does not. Okay, so let us start. So the cyber security attack or ransomware attack usually happens when a threat actor gains access to a corporate laptop, right? That could be through phishing or credential harvesting. Well, some of you might have thought that endpoint security could have detected it, but that's not usually the case. So when the access is gained, the laptop calls out for a command and control operation to inform the threat actor that the phish was successful. And then they just have to wait, do credential harvesting, just have to wait until the corporate user logs into the system. So I think I have to be closer. Okay, so when the employee logs in to the corporate resource, which is, well, a normal course of business, right? Nothing happens here. However, the threat actor already detected and copied the credentials, which he would use this to piggyback off the current connection or create a parallel connection at the background. And then what happens, ladies and gentlemen, that is a successful lateral movement. If you see here, the security tool would just treat it as a benign noise. But with deep observability, using plain text visibility of prescription, the security tool would let you know that it is a web server attack and it was successful, right? Let's go on. Now, the threat actor would establish a backdoor from the command and control server to the drop server. Here, they will perform actions like log deletion, privilege escalation attack, or probably start searching for more resources in the network, right? And when the backdoor is established, it will now target the high-value server and do more lateral movement, more discovery. And once this is done, they will slowly copy the data from the high-value data server to the drop server. And they have to do this. This will take time. But actually, that's the intention. Not to create any alarm. Not to create any alarm or not to cause any impact on the network, because the organization will be notified that something is happening. Now, when the threat actor siphoned enough data, now comes a large, fast, loud exfiltration of data. Yes, the perimeter security would have detected this at this point in time. Okay? But depending on the decryption strength, the security tool might not know how big it is or what exactly it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how the data is stolen. But that is also how we can see the unseen with deep observability, providing you alerts. Okay, and well, to make it worse, the infrastructure today is evolving, siloed, and complex. So, different organizations have different functions, right? So they would require different tools. Different tools now would cause tool sprawl, which would cause, because these tools are not unified with each other, would cause blind spots. Now, affecting your mean time to detect and to respond, and causing the organization not to run agile as it should be. Also causing cost, because you're managing all these tools would cost you so much money, as also keeping your cloud cost also in place. That's why you need deep observability pipeline in place, because what does it do? It provides you the entire visibility via MELT, metrics, events, logs, and traces in whatever platform. Could it be in the physical, virtual, cloud environments, and then make it unified so that you can see what is in the horizon and you can be prepared with what's next. So, well, today's evolving landscape is a formidable one. But we can start with giving them nowhere to hide, right? And also, with early detection, we can improve response and recovery time. We can now know how big or for how long would the attack be. And also, you can manage risk, enhance cybersecurity compliance across the hybrid cloud environments. At the same time, because of deep observability, like what I said earlier, you can now enable business modernization because you have a full view of what's happening in your network. Could it be sitting in your physical on-premise, virtualized environments, or on your cloud? And that is actionable. And of course, lastly, but the most important of all, reduce IT spend by doing more with less. Right? So in Gigamon, we are actually designed to help customers protect organizations, largest organizations in the world from cyber threats. We actually help in eliminating blind spots, providing you the whole picture of everything, reduce tool costs and complexity, and help you do more with less. So if you let Gigamon safeguard your cloud security observability tools, you can give the tools something that they don't have right now. And that is actionable, network-driven intelligence and insights. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig at yun lamang po.
All right, Anne, thank you so much, Ms. Jennifer Tan. Of course, to give you a deeper understanding as well of the topic of Ms. Jennifer, sharing with you one of the messages she imparted to everybody is, the problem is all tools can expose you to risk, which is actually true. I'm sure all of you will agree with that. But of course, she shared with you a lot of solutions as well.
Morning, Sharon.
Hey, Joe. Great tie.
Look at them, blissfully unaware. They have no idea that there are threats their security and observability tools simply can't see.
Leaving their hybrid cloud environment vulnerable, which means they could get caught with their pants down.
Only Gigamon can supercharge your security and observability tools with network-level intelligence, allowing them to detect unseen threats and mitigate risk.
Okay, any questions?
Without deep observability from Gigamon, your existing tools can leave you with true vulnerability and a false sense of confidence.
Bill, sorry to interrupt your board meeting. We've been hacked.
Hacked? Really? Not on my watch. Gotcha! Ooh, you joker, you!
Don't get caught with your pants down. Get Gigamon and get deep observability.